unites science and spirituality into one thought. She brings hope and closure to families of lost loved ones. I welcome you, the woman of the hour, my mother, and you might know her as Katrina, spiritual medium. Are you a forever friend?
Hello, everybody. Thank you for such a wonderful intro. That's my son, if you're wondering whose voice that is. And the beautiful artwork and put together is my co-host today, part of my tribe, Tiffany. How are you doing,
Hello.
Art? I see
good.
everybody there. I am so glad we're trying to do some things a little bit different. You know that our channel now is a variety show, and we want to touch base with all types of communication, different aspects, because there's no such thing as one way. There's not a one way of talking. I got somebody that speaks Hindu that has joined our show today, and I think that that's beautiful because you know what? It's not going to stop that communication, not one darn bit. And that is the same with our guest today. She has an excellent view on sex trafficking and for our children. And you know what? I just love Tiffany brought her to my attention. I love the way that her energy is. And she's going to be the star of the show today because she does remote viewing. She helps bring children that are missing. And I just thought that that was fabulous. And it doesn't matter if we all have the same views. I had a talk with Miriam. There's certain things that others, and she right now is being persecuted by different psychic mediums. Please understand there's no certain way. If we're making a connection, it's done in love. Don't you think that we should get it out there and still communicate? That's what I think. It should all be done in love. And so there's different ways that we have that we perceive things. And after the show, after the communication and this wonderful soul, we have Rhodey is here from sabbatical, not off, just here to say hello and help out.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, Rhodey.
How are you?
I'm good. It's nice to see your face.
Thank you. It's good to see all you guys. And I'm really looking forward to this guest. I'm talking to her up in the chat room, so I'm really looking forward to the show today.
I am so excited. I see that our Debbie is there and I got Karen there. These are my tribe members. They're there to help you in the chat room. They're there to give you those links that will help you to get in. They also, please note, just because you get into the back, we're trying to keep this a 1 hour show for now on. So that doesn't guarantee that you're getting a reading, but we're going to definitely try. And I'm going to bring up the woman of the hour because Tiffany will be doing our interviewing. And it is Miriam from Quantum Reality.
Hey guys. I just want to
Hey, Miriam.
Hey, Tiffany. I just want to say thank you so much to Tiffany for introducing me to Katrina. I actually, I told Katrina I first found out about her on Huff Paranormal.
Love
and I was blown away. And I would never, ever expect I would meet you in person. I'm a huge fan of your work. And thank you again, Tiffany. You're so beautiful. Both of you guys are so beautiful and so welcoming. I love this whole channel, the Forever Friends. I love that. Thank you again.
Well, thank you. So I'm going to step back unless you see me step in and I put my finger out because we might have some questions, but I'm going to let the beautiful Tiffany take over at the moment.
Oh, I'm so happy you're here.
Me too.
I was rushed.
My background of my YouTube channel, the Quantum Reality you see on my YouTube, that was all Tiffany. Thank you for that.
Yeah, I'm working on another one for you too. I just help myself.
Oh, thank you. I loved it. It was the best. I loved it. It fits me so well. Thank you.
No problem. So yeah, I thought about it and I was like, you know what? I think Miriam would be a perfect person to bring on the show because, you know, not only of what the stuff that you do, you know, your predictions and stuff for the world, but the sex trafficking as well. Yeah. I wanted to start out with, you know, if you wanted to tell everyone, you know, your name, where you're from, and like maybe how you started getting into the remote viewing.
Okay, sure. I would love that. Well, hi guys. My name is Miriam. I'm from Quantum Reality YouTube channel. I know Tiffany for a while. Like I said, I met her at her YouTube channel with the Orrin and Orson West case. And thank you so much, Tiffany, for doing what you do, especially with the EVP. I'm so curious about that field, and I have mad respect for you guys do that type of work. I have bad hearing. I could never do that. So I was like, I can't do what they do. So again, I respect everybody who tries to, missing cases, whatever, spiritual, community you're part of, reading for loved ones, mediumship. I adore everyone who tries to make some kind of contribution for humanity. So basically, I was born with my gift. I actually, I'm also an astrologer, so I studied 3 years astrology. I got to know my birth chart. I was so curious about my abilities. Again, I grew up with my abilities at age 2. I do remember it opened up at age 2. I was that type of kid who was very introvert. I had my parents always said I had a huge imagination, and I was very close with animals. Like my dogs were my best friends. I just had this bond, this communication with them. And like I said, I was very quiet. Basically, I didn't know I was psychic. I just thought I was a regular person who could have these same abilities. I thought it was normal. I thought other people could do this. I remember when I was a child, I was very shy. I would pick up so many emotions and feeling. I would see spirit. I could hear voices. I would do a lot of astral traveling, and as well as, I would able to read minds. So I'm very telepathic. So, I didn't know. I thought this was normal until I got older, because I never ever thought I would have a YouTube channel, that it would do anything in the spirituality, because my background is actually law. I studied law. I'm not a licensed attorney, but I come from, intellectual property rights. So I was never into the whole metaphysics world. Again, I just wanted to be like a normal, just do regular career, corporate world.
Yeah, I got
you.
My
gift just got stronger and stronger. And my friends were all spiritual. And they're like, oh, you're going to have your channel. You're going to be a reader. I was like, no, that's not me. Ha, ha, ha. So and that's how I got started. Because as I got older, like I said, I grew up where there was like really not that big on technology, tarot cards. I never once had tarot cards or I knew anything about astrology. I just had myself and just trusting myself. And again, like I said, my telepathy was just so strong as a child, and I could always predict things happening. People dying, people, seeing my loved ones, anything like that. I just could just really absorb, everything around me. And as I got older, and like I said, I just didn't practice as much. I was like, oh, okay, it's not normal. People have, these abilities. So I started to actually practice. Like I said, I always been like this since I was little. And I would always do, fun readings for my family, close friends, and other YouTubers. So I started really slow with my YouTube. I deleted it like twice because I just didn't like doing YouTube. Like I said, I'm so shy. And I'm such an introvert. I love my privacy. I'm a very private, reserved person. But I also have my bubbly side. So this is what you get. I can be blunt. I have a very, intense energy, but I come from a very genuine heart. I do speak my truth, and some people can't absorb that yet, and that is okay. And I always say, find someone that you resonate with. But again, my readings come from a loving space. I don't like, when I do missing cases, I don't like telling loved family about their, how someone passed away. It can get graphic. It can be very disturbing. So, a lot of people always ask me, how can you do this? Like what you see, like, how do you deal with this? You just get used to it. I've seen so much stuff in the world with missing cases, a lot of graphic stuff, especially with children. And I just had to handle it, and sometimes I have to give myself a break. I do cry off camera, because I get too attached, too close, with the cases, and
I've done that too.
Yeah. So how it feels.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah. So so like I said, the remote viewing, I thought I was, so this is the funny part. So I have a lot of friends who are very well-known psychic mediums around the world, and teachers and astrologers. And this is funny. I always thought I was clairvoyant. And I was like, oh, I'm just clairvoyant. I'm doing this by my, my ability, And they're like, do you know that you're a natural remote viewer? You're actually remote viewing. It's not so much clairvoyance, because I don't hear voices. Only if I use mediumship, I can connect and I can see the spirit. I can communicate, but it's usually through, sometimes they'll come and show me themselves and spirit, or they'll just by telepathic. But with the remote viewing, I didn't know it was remote viewing. I thought it was clairvoyance or channeling. And, they always told me, you're a natural remote viewer, you're remote viewing, you're not channeling or anything like that. And I was like, what?
Right.
No, I'm clairvoyant.
Big eye opener.
Yeah. So I was like, no, I don't know anything about remote viewing. So it turns out I studied my birth chart just by knowing my strength and my weakness. And they're like, if you study it, if you take classes and courses and tweak it a little bit, you will do really well helping with missing cases. Because I was really good at finding missing stuff. Like my friends would call me, but like, I lost my wallet. I was like, no, you didn't. It's right there in your car, or it's in your purse. Never mind, I found it was in my purse. So then I was
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I was really good at that. And honestly, I started to use the remote viewing. I started to practice, to be honest. I practiced for how many years? I finally decided to take some courses that I could afford. And the best thing is there's a lot of great remote viewers who are really well trained, who can actually help you. It is very expensive to take remote viewing lessons. People tell me, well, I want to do what you do. Can I remote view? Yes, you can. Anyone can remote view. Okay?
Right.
You just have to, I think the best thing is take the courses, learn the basics. They'll teach you, it's a protocol. So basically with remote viewing, I'm going to go a little bit more details what it is. So remote viewing is basically, it's like gathering information. You're collecting information for something that's unseen object, target, location. You have no information. This is using the left brain. So when I remote view, I always go like this with my head. I always go like this, or my eyes are just going in different directions because I'm getting signals. So remote viewers receive signals, not voices. You're in your body, because a lot of people think remote viewing and psychic medium or clairvoyance are similar. They're very different. Remote viewers, we're always staying in the body because people think it's astral traveling. And I was like, no, we don't leave the body. With astral traveling, you leave the body. With remote viewing, you're in your body and you just collect the information. So you don't know what you're remote viewing. They give you numbers, coordinates, and they'll say, here's these numbers. Tell us what you get. So you'll go and gather all the information. You have no clue what they're asking or telling you what you're remote viewing. But if you have really strong psychic abilities, you will know what you're doing. That is
right.
So, so they'll teach you the protocol, the standards. They use their own process. They do that. So remote viewing was created by Ingo Swann. He was a psychic medium. He created a program to help with the CIA, military, because they felt like psychic mediums could cheat in a way, like, if you use this standard protocol, you don't know what you're remote viewing. There's no information. They just give you numbers. And with psychic, channeling, you could actually, they'll think that, you're getting that information, you're researching, you're cheating. So they, it was by a psychic medium. So he created it, and it was just to help with the military, just a protocol. It has its own process. They'll teach you diagrams, ideograms. Again, it's all impressions. You use the 5 senses. I see, I feel, I touch. You use descriptive words. It's hot, it's sticky, it's moist. There's foliages. There's surface, it's hard, it's artificial, it's natural. So that's the words we're using, we're describing. We're not supposed to tell you what it is. Like, I'm not going to say, this is Antarctica. No, you're just going to be like, it's cold, there's mountains, it's hard surface structure, it's freezing, it's ice. I'm stating on something very slippery.
You're describing
that.
Yeah.
You can't say I feel. a lot of people saying, I always get people, well, why do you say I feel? You can't say that because you're using the five senses. You're describing it.
Yes, some people have that.
Yes. So there's a lot. So like I said, now when I say I feel, everybody's like, oh, no, you can't say that. Yes, you can. You can say that. It is okay because you're describing the object, the location, or whatever you're blinded. So basically anyone can do this. You can take classes. It is expensive. And my teachers came from the Monroe Institute, Farsight Institute. Some were actually trained by the military, the Stargate, projects. Some I couldn't afford. They trained me on the side. Like I said, there's a community of remote viewers, and a lot of people help each other. If you can't afford it, there's free materials. There's online courses, very cheap. If you don't want to take it everyone goes to the best. But if you can't afford it, you can actually buy online courses. You can buy a book. There's free materials. Go to Farsight.com. They have a YouTube channel. They also give free materials on SRV. So on scientific remote viewing, there's different remote viewing. There's TRV, CRV, SRV. I was trained in controlled remote viewing and also SRV. Those are the only two remote viewing I know. They're basic levels, but I still practice. So, I took the courses, I learned the basics, and I just practice. I practice on missing cases. I freestyle a lot. So I usually don't follow we call it ideograms. It's a process that we use. We sketch out a line, which we call a surface. It's drawings, illustrations that we use to describe everything. So I just do my own freestyling. Sometimes I will do it when I do private work outside. So when they'll give me numbers, coordinates, and they'll tell me, what do you get? And I will follow the standard procedure. But when I do my YouTube channel, I just go with I just freestyle. And a lot of other big remote viewers say, it's okay, you can freestyle. You don't have to use the ideograms. But I only use it when I do private work for things like that. So like I said, they told me I was really good at it. Take courses, tweak it up. And that's what I've been doing. So now I finished studying. I just been practicing with all my missing cases. I use, I do, stock markets. When you do stock markets, that's called, associative remote viewing. So like I said, there's different kinds of remote viewing, so,
I have some photos that I snapped from your YouTube channel that I wanted to show people kind of an example of times when you've realized that, your remote viewing hit. You know what I mean? Yeah. You hit on something.
I didn't know that you did that. Yeah. So like I said,
I did it.
Oh, wow.
Here. So we've got this one right here. It says she put that her predictions about new technology being built for future aircrafts. Oh yeah. And then that was the article, because I always look in your community, because I'm like, I love how you put the tag in there too, so they can refer to the video. Yes, I saw some of them were like that. Some of them were like that. Here's another one. She says she spoke about this in old videos, drilling in the ocean water. And I actually remembered I was actually active on YouTube when you had put this up, and I remembered you talking about it, and I saw that and I was like, whoa, that's crazy. This one right here. This is another one that she got. And this other one I thought was, and here goes one too.
Yeah, my stock markets. Yeah, guys. So I do a lot. So I do a lot. You will see my remote view. I have a blackboard behind me. So I've done, Saturn. I've done Mars, Moon. I did the Ezekiel wheel. So I actually have stuff, if you want, to all in my library. I've done remote viewing reports on the blackboard or drawings on my book. So yeah, if you guys, it's all there for you guys to see more. But thank you so much, Tiffany.
This is one of my favorites. This was one of my favorites when I was going through everything. Because I remember you saying it, and check this out. So I put a little clip of when you actually said it. Hang on.
So when I look at, again, I see a flower. There's a plant there. There's something growing there, guys. And I see a little bit of water as well. I don't know if they have released this yet or NASA has. I know they don't usually tell everybody everything, but I see a flower. I see like a yellow, almost like a yellow flower, almost like a sunflower. It could be symbolic, but I feel like it's showing me something is growing there. There is something definitely growing there. I could see a little bit of water coming down. That is interesting. And when I go much.
Okay, so I just clipped that because I thought that was a symbol that you were seeing. It was the
Yes.
A life, a baby being born possibly in space. So I thought that was really cool. So I just wanted to show that really quick.
Usually, like, I try to track everything, but it's so much stuff I say, and I'm like, I can't keep track of everything but now it's nice.
Hard.
I have now a team that I bring on my YouTube, and you guys going to be joining my YouTube very soon in a week. So I'm excited about that. Yeah. So like I said, remote viewing is a great tool, especially for missing cases. And I think it's really, people, if you really want, like I said, anyone can do this. You just have to, learn the basics, and then you just practice, and that's it. And you'll get the hang of it. Like the first time I cried many times because I missed the target, or I was very close, but it happens, we're not always going to get 100%. But like I said, the more you practice, you'll get the hang of it. You'll feel more comfortable. So yeah, everyone's going to be different. Like I said, if your psychic abilities are very strong, it's going to help you. It will definitely help you with remote viewing.
Was there a certain case that, as far as the child trafficking, that kind of spiked your, or have you always been into the child trafficking, like advocating for that, or was there a certain thing?
Well, what sparked me was, it was 2 years ago. I've been fighting for child trafficking and trafficking for 2 years. So I did a case, and what was it? It was the Madeleine McCain case. And that was just one of the worst cases I ever did. And also the Vallow case as well.
Yeah, that one's rough.
And then I when I did celebrities, I used to do celebrity readings. I deleted everything because I wanted no more connections with them. These people don't deserve a reading. But I noticed when I did them, I saw a lot of deep things they were into. And like I said, it really started with the celebrities and the occults that's out there. Especially in Hollywood, a lot of people don't know behind the scenes. So, like I said, that really opened a lot. And the more deeper I got into, just doing different topics, I was like, oh my gosh, this looks like the movies. Like literally, you would think this happens in the movies, but actually it happens in real life. So I've been fighting for this for 2 years. It did hurt my channel in a bit, but like I said, I had a cause. I was motivated. I wanted to speak out about pedophile rings and sex trafficking, how bad it was. It's just the numbers of missing children every year. It's astounding. And those children never gets found. And a lot of people don't know what happens to these children, especially the missing cases. That's why I do them, because we're thinking, people are thinking it's a missing 411, but actually there's something deeper,
Yes, so, it's just something that missing something that somebody hasn't looked into. I agree. Yeah. Well, I appreciate. Okay, hang on. We got Katrina. Katrina has something to say.
Sure.
Hello. We have some questions that are in the chat room that would like to ask you, and I thought that Rhody can go ahead and ask the first one. She's been writing them down. I've been putting all of your special people that's been coming over and been trying to put it up there so they can see how fabulous you are. Here you go.
Oh, thank you. No, I do private work, but those private work can't. I am actually assigned disclosure, so a lot of my work I do private. A lot of people want to see, but I cannot release it. Trust me, I would love to, but I am not allowed to.
All right, Miriam, I have a question from Candace in the chat room, and she would like to know, have you ever heard of the phrase, generational empath mediums?
Yeah, I have, yes.
What are they?
What's that?
Well, empath. Well, there's different types of, like I said, there's psychics and there's psychic mediums, and I've seen psychic empath. And like I said, with me, I always say I'm just an intuitive person, or I'll say I'm a remote viewer, and people are like, huh, what is that? So, generational. I think that person's saying that, basically your psychic abilities comes from family line, so it's passed by your family bloodline. So this person psychic gifts are passed by a bloodline that runs in their family. It could also be a past life. So an empath is basically, you absorb animals, feelings, emotions. You can feel it's very draining. Like I'm also an empath, and you will pick up people's energy, feelings.
Yes.
You'll pick up when people are sad, or you just pick up feelings and emotion around you, animals, anything outside, your surroundings. So you have to be very careful if you're an empath, because you got to do a lot of healing, a lot of, sea salt bath, really, saving, meditating, yoga, exercising, to kind of remove that energy, because you're carrying everyone, feel, like I said, energies. So if you're
true.
Yeah, if you're a spiritual light worker or a worker, you're going to be picking up their feelings, and you have to do this detox or remove yourself, because you're going to have that attached to you. And I was very lazy. When I did my missing cases, oh gosh, I would feel like I was dying. I had headaches. And my friends are like, did you do anything to remove it? I was like, no, I was done, and I just closed up. I learned it the hard way, but sometimes I will, but I got used to it. I get used to it.
I think we all have to learn it the hard way, honestly.
Yeah.
How else will you know what the limits are?
But I do sage. True. Sage is a lot of, sage or, palo lento sticks are good too. So yeah, you can sage your, after you're done, or like I said, sea salt bath or exercise, meditation, just to remove everything, to clear your energy. So, or be in nature. I think the best thing is go outside, walk barefoot, hug a tree, really connect,
I do that.
Outside in the sun. It's so good to remove everything. It really cleanses your whole aura from head to toe.
I agree.
Yeah.
I love trees. I want to just hug them, and I see the beauty of them everywhere I go. This earth, we don't deserve this earth. Mother Earth is just so gorgeous and beautiful, and we just abuse her. But I love all of the things that you've done. I think that you gave everyone some great insight, because I've always said too, I believe that our souls are embedded with these special gifts, these feelings, and some are better at it than others. I've always said that, but that doesn't stop you. Your gift, a mother's instinct. Yes, all of these things are things that I believe is. Yeah, if it made synchronicities to you and it resonated, it absolutely was a message. It absolutely was all
That's
there.
What I say.
Yeah, everyone has their own spiritual awakening. Again, mine, I never had an awakening, but because I was very young, so it just grew as I got older. But you can have your spiritual awakening. Your gift will open up at any time. I've seen people, their gift opens really late in life, and that is okay. The more you open up you open yourself up, the better, to start with crystals, healing, listening to, beats or meditations to awaken your intuition, your chakras. There's a lot of things you can do to open up your gift. It's about really you, able to accept your gift and to accept your own intuition.
And to put aside what you've been embedded all along, because even though we're on the same team, and I state that in religion, because we all want to make sure that the afterlife is exactly what we've been told, and that we've been good and we're going to do it, and all of those cases, it's also embedded in that you're not allowed to communicate. It's evil, and you got to set that aside, guys, because it is not. I cannot fight your soul. I can't fight you, but I promise you, these are real communications. These are things that you cannot make up. And he wouldn't only let one or two come out. They all get to, if they want to, communicate. And it's not just talking. It's feeling that little hug that you got by a song that came on that reminded you when you were 7 years old and mom gave you a hug. And those are the things that you all need to find. And that's why I wanted to bring someone else in. And I'm putting an invitation to everyone. I want to hear everyone's unique communication and what are you doing with it? What do you want to do with it? What direction is it? And a support group to let you know you're not crazy. We can help you. Got another question?
Yeah, I have another question. It's from another woman named Candace with a K, Candace Carpenter. And she would like to know, how do you handle being in public? And I think she means like physically, emotionally. Does anything happen? And if it does, what does it? And how do you handle it?
Like what kind, like feelings or just incidents, or can you just give it?
Yeah, it could be things you feel or thoughts that come to you, anything at all, if anything.
Oh, okay. Well, unfortunately with mine, my gifts are open 24/7. I can't shut it off. So my head is in different, like La La Land to reality in different, dimensions. Because like I said, I was always like this since a little kid. I just, travel everywhere. Not on this physical 3D, but I'm always on the 5D or 6D, or I have communications with just different, from spirits to, different entities, like good entities, so usually, like I said, with what I get is I just get signals. When I'm driving, I see something, I was like, or a synchronicity. When I did a case, like some song comes on and it mentions something very symbolic.
Right.
Like I said, this is a good one. So I was thinking about Summer Moon Wells, and I did a video on her case, and I said that, I didn't see her fully in the light, and I wanted confirmation. When I looked at the clock, I was thinking about her. I was like, I want to know if she's in the light. I saw 11:11. So, and that was just automatically that told me she went through the light. So that's just one incident.
That was your yes. Yeah.
So I like I said, universe, give me a sign, like show me something, a bird will fly up. Again, it's a different situation depending how you're aware of everything you're surrounded. Like I look at everything from different angles.
Me too.
Things like that. Like when I did a case, and then a song comes on and the lyrics talks about this person's case I did, like how in the song is like I'm in a prison cell, and I'm like, oh my god, I was just thinking about it, and I just said that.
No, I get it. Yes,
you get it.
Yes,
so, like,
you're not. Yes, I do.
Yeah.
And a lot of us, our mind instantly goes to trying to debunk, to debunk it. Like, oh, that's just a coincidence, or I'm not, I didn't really hear that. And your mind pushes it to the side because it's easier that way, because it's harder to, get your head around the actual truth of what's really going on. But I just appreciate you coming on here so much.
Oh, thank you. I love you guys. You too. I mean, you inspired me as well, like Katrina always, and also Tiffany. I actually started scrying when I was very young as well, and I thought that was pretty cool. That when I first found out about Tiffany, it was her Orrin and Orson West case, and she was talking about scrying, and she was talking about water scrying, and I could never do water scrying, and I was like, oh my god, I used to do a lot of scrying when I started, and I had my little book, and I would write about it. So I think that's
it's
cool.
fun. Thank you. What's up, Katrina?
We're going through the tablet of asking some questions because I want to make sure that everyone that came in to speak or to talk with Miriam, that they get their questions answered.
Oh, we have more. We have more. I didn't know we had more.
Yes, it's
yay.
How do you feel about what you see? No. Oh, okay.
It's can you say how you feel about what you see? And is that showing, for what you've shared, I guess on the show, is that showing that you either are some kind of sensitive or an empath?
With me is, like I said, I just always say I'm very intuitive. Because the way I do my work is very different. Like I said, if depending what I'm doing, if I'm actually going to be, connecting with someone's loved ones, then I'm going to start using my mediumship abilities that I have. I use the remote viewing for locations, or to, depending what I'm going to be doing, like talking about the structures or the person or the object. So I have different abilities that I use. So if I need to use remote viewing, I'll use that a lot. For certain, like I said, for missing cases or trying to find their location. But if I'm going to be connecting with the loved ones, and I'm like, okay, put the remote viewing on the side, I'm going to have to use my telepathy or my mediumship to speak through a loved one, But look, with empath, like I said, I am a natural empath, but like I said, there's just all my abilities are all in one. I don't say I'm a psychic medium. I just say, like I said, I think I don't like to use labels, because I think our gifts are so open, and there's just so many different, spirituality, of the metaphysics world, and I have astrology, and if people want to know about their birth chart, then I'll use the astrology side of what I learned. So there's different skills in spirituality. We don't all have to put everything in one label, like I said, everyone calls themselves a light worker. They just call themselves a psychic empath. That is okay. Just always feel what you resonate with. With me is I just put everything in one, and I just, I usually just tell people I'm a remote viewer, and they're like, oh, what is that? And I was like, oh, I do, missing cases. I help, locate missing people, or I have to describe past, present, future of a situation or object, or, or anything like that. So it's just depending what I'm doing. And like I said, I don't like putting everything in labels. I think our psychic abilities are so diverse. You don't need to label it. Because there's so many, like clairvoyants, Claudians,
Actually, I came up with a word.
Whatever you resonate with,
what
you want to be called.
My word that I came up with that I like is spirit interpreter.
Oh, I love that.
I think it doesn't matter what they speak, language barrier, even animals. It doesn't matter what era we're talking in, time frame. So that's what I told Brody, and I really like that spirit interpreter, because you got to figure out what they like best to communicate.
Yeah.
True.
I like the new word now. The millennials, or everyone's using woke. So I just I'm woke, or I'm just aware. I'm spiritually aware.
I have been using the aware word for 7 years, and Brody is one of them. I got her aware, and now she can't say she is as sensitive as a rock. She definitely tunes in, and I believe that once you're aware, you can't go back.
Yes, we all have it. We all have intuition, guys.
I'm sorry, I'm putting. Candace, I used to think all this was baloney, all of it, till I met these people. But you're right. You can be around it, whether it's through osmosis or what, you will pick up and you'll get what a lot of, we say, intuition, feelings and thoughts. And I thought it was the biggest bunch of, but I see now, that's why I say at any age, you got to stay open-minded.
Yes. If you have, if you're open, accepting, of spirituality, I mean, like I said, that's a great, to accept the truth or accept your own gift. A lot of people don't want to, or some people might be skeptic, and that is okay, but I always tell people, well, do you believe you have abilities? Because we all do, and it's going to be different for each person's spiritual journey when we come on this earth, so it's about you accepting your own gift, your own ability, and just working on it.
Thank you. I agree with that so much. Everyone needs to make sure most of them today are probably from your own channel. So thanks for bringing them over here.
Yes.
But that's honestly, I think that's so important. And, don't feel bad. If you aren't wanting to do any of that, you're not forced to. I truly believe.
Like I said, I'm more of a remote viewer. Like I said, I'm not like Katrina. I mean, she's, like I said, she's on top. She's above me with her mediumship. Because I was telling Katrina before when we spoke privately, I was like, well, usually they don't want to talk to me because they don't know who I am. But, You know, I have some spirits that will, or some that won't, or some will, but they talk to me in gibberish. Like they'll talk to me like a child does, like candy, or playing hide and seek. You know, it's just depending. Some will talk to me in different languages, but I can, when it comes through, I can translate in some way because they're showing me, you know?
Right.
So.
And then our budding Tiffany, she's getting hers honing in. I'm very proud of her. She's
me too. I would love to see her scrying more. That's going to be fun.
I do. I need to do all of it more. I need to do some more spirit box work and all of it, because it I don't know. I feel like it opens me up spiritually, and then I don't know. I just feel better. It's hard to explain, but I do. I feel better.
EVP, you know, you have some kind of mediumship, because only mediums can really connect, you know, with, like, that's how I truly, I mean, some people might not agree, but I always tell people, well, you have some form of mediumship that you can connect. And it's very true, you know. I've
always been an empath. I've always felt everybody's feelings. And now that I'm older and I've turned to my spirituality and opened it up, it's like 10 times stronger now. I feel everything like, I do notice that.
I love that. I love hearing about people's abilities. And
me too.
I'm just
the journey.
Tell me more. Tell me more.
What I want to do is that I am, somewhere I'm trying to find it. I was going to put, here it is. This is Miriam's banner. It's supposed to be clicking, but for some reason, Miriam was worried that she didn't know what to do. I said, girl, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm getting it.
I always use you know, Zoom. So this is very different for me. And I love this style. It's so beautiful. I like it. And thank you so much for making it comfortable. This is like the best. I like streaming. I got invited to, where I feel so comfortable.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, because there it is. It should come. All right. What I'm doing, I did it.
Yay.
I got your YouTube channel scrolling down below so they can go, and even my forever friends. We're also going to be, when I say we are gracefully going to be on your round table.
Yes, I'm so excited.
Yes.
Tiffany's going to be my co-host, so
yes, she is. I can see what you asked. You can have her.
You know, herself, some spiritual.
You cannot have her, or you'll have a Texas roadie coming after you.
She is my find, and I got her under contract now. It's technology, 1 billion years.
Brody, I have a question for you. I'm saying this. Can you just confirm this has been driving me crazy? I keep on seeing horses around you, or a ranch. Do you do a lot of horseback riding, or is there something connection with horses? I don't know. I just don't know why I'm seeing that around you so much. I
haven't been a horse in probably 50 years. I'm old.
Oh.
I live in the middle of downtown Houston, Texas. Very urban.
Okay, because somehow I'm just seeing so many horses around you. I was just curious if there was any connection with that.
I volunteer at an animal shelter, but we just have like dogs and cats and rabbits and mice. And animals I love.
Okay. Maybe you're an animal whisperer.
Maybe a past life.
I wish I was.
You're just a free spirit.
So thank you so much for joining. I know that I'm going to be able to at least get a reading in on tonight, because Miriam, I love your energy. I love Tiffany. I knew she was right on the button when she said we must meet. I can't say thank you enough.
Oh, thank you so much for having me.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Nice to meet you.
You too. I love you.
So thank you, and I'll be seeing you again, and we'll be. I just learned how to tag you. Yes, so next
Sunday.
We'll be doing it. Woohoo! So have a blessed day, and I'm going to put you here, and I'm going to put Tiffany. I'm going to step you in the back for right now. because we have, I'm going back to show banners and the brands because I want to do something here and share a recording. It doesn't look like I can find it. I have a young lady in the background. She was what got a hold of me from the last free reading show that we had 2 weeks ago. And she was so sweet. She got a hold of me on YouTube, and her story just grabbed my heart. But because she was honest, and I believe me, I will know once we talk to the other side, you're keeping both of us from getting in trouble. She was 17, and I had to inform her that we did need to have her mother beside her. And I do see that she just got kicked out somehow, but we're going to be bringing her in. She lost her dad. So I just want to let you know that I'm going to let this young lady come in as soon as that I do see her arrive back in the background. So in the meantime, here we go.
Hello everyone, my name is Tiffany. I'm a tribe member and forever friend of Katrina's. I've watched her over and over again prove the coexistence of our loved ones. Her messages from heaven are nothing short of amazing. If you can, please like, share, and subscribe, and possibly, if you can, hit the notification bell so that you get notified for any and all updated videos. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Debbie, and I'm a forever friend and a tribe member of Katrina Cooper. If you enjoy Katrina's videos, could you please like, subscribe, and if you feel the need, please share when you can. We'd appreciate it. Thank you.
I'll just do this first. I said, just for people to know, I talk to Katrina a lot. She's my favorite medium, and I'm from Canada, and I've been doing this kind of stuff for over 20 years. And there's not somebody out there like you. So I want to give you a big plug. That's big.
Oh,
so,
thank you. Thank you.
I'll just do this first. I said,
I'm not quite sure if I'm having technical difficulties. Did your video come in streaming choppy? Yes, I got a feeling. No, it went through. So it's just me. I'm sorry that I am trying to go a little bit. I really wanted to talk to this 17-year-old girl. And just when I was about to put her on, she got lost. She's not back there. So I'm going to bring up Sandy. I know that she is a forever friend that comes on all the time, and I'm going to let her speak. But I also know that she knows that I'm going to be putting her in the background the moment if this 17-year-old girl comes in. So hello, Sandy. How are you?
How are you?
I'm doing fine. I got a feeling that she's coming in. I just want to.
I think she's here.
There she is.
I just wanted to know where my bracelet was. Tennis bracelet. Missing it.
Let me go and look on that, okay, Sandy? I wanted to bring her because I know you get one every time, so I know that you understand.
Yeah. No,
I appreciate it. I got sweeties. Thank you, sweetheart. Okay. Whoa, I was worried about you. I couldn't find you. How are you doing? Can you hear me? Uh-oh, I think they're having some internet problem. Can you get on internet? Oh, no.
Is she unmuted?
No, she's there, but it's very choppy, and I think that she might have a bad connection. It looks like they stepped outside.
I'm doing really good. Actually, I can hear you. Can you hear?
Nope, I cannot hear you, sweetheart.
Hello?
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 I cannot hear back and forth on you. So what I'm going to do is how about you just
hear me?
How about if you just give me a yes and a no when I say the things that your dad has to say for you, okay? So what I'm going to do is I want to let you know the first thing that he shared with me is this little stuffed animal. I feel like it might be something that had had confirmed and took care of you. I feel like it is something that maybe you were sick or he was sick and that you gave it to him. But I feel like you have this, and he wants you to know that's just going to be very hard. He says he loves you very much. He is in no pain, ladies, no pain whatsoever.
Am I audible to you, ma'am?
I am sorry. I cannot hear you. There is such a lag. It's every 3 words that I'm hearing from you, sweetheart. So let me explain. I want to let you know that he said that it is his grandmother that was over on the other side when he crossed over into spirit, when he went to heaven. Okay? I also want you to know he said that he knows that you were holding on to his things. I think you went to sleep that night with maybe his clothes or something that was your dad's, because he said that he was there stroking your hair that evening for you to go to sleep. I know that you were crying a lot and he was wiping them down. So please know that he hears everything that you are saying. He gives you a kiss right on your forehead, sweetheart. And I want to let you know that he wants you to know that from the moment you were born, there was a tear that came out of his eye. And that the moment that you go over there and your daughter is born and your children are born, he will be right there every single moment. Do you understand that? Okay. Also, I am supposed to tell you that
ma'am.
He said to listen to your mom. He loves you very much. He says that you are his heart. Ladies, I know that you're coming from India.
I'm audible to you now.
What is he going to do now? He's going to watch over his girls. He is now your angels. Right on up in there. And you know, he keeps showing me, I know you're wearing blue, sweetheart, but he keeps showing me this one picture of you when you were very little, and it looks like you were in a pink dress, very light pink. And it just looks like it might come to your knees. Do you recognize that picture? You're his very special girl. You're my forever friend. I hope that you got all of that. And I truly hope that you watch this afterwards so you can hear every bit of it. Look at it. I love it. Yes, girl, that is it. Heaven is real, ladies. Heaven is real. They coexist with us, okay? He also talks about this ring that you have. He's talking about the ring. So carry it around. Yes, hearts, baby. So thank you. You are my forever friend. Thank you for staying. I can't wait to hear your comments afterwards so that way everybody else will hear them. But I know that you know them. And please know that he says that his vision, girls, he's going to be showing up in like a bird, all the birds that come around. But one in particular is going to be the bluebird. Okay. Thank you, ladies. Thank you. Okay. I just want to say.
I was crying.
Even though we weren't having a connection, they were able to get the up, and I can't wait.
And she showed you the photo.
I love that because you know he loves his little girl so much, and it's just this beautiful little. Also a white dove. It's almost like I just saw a white dove for this little girl. This white white dove. That is definitely this white bird. And she's gonna, every time she sees it, the times that you feel sad and down, and he says that you are so smart and beautiful. And he's right, because I saw a gorgeous young lady in front of me, and I know that you're listening. Please know that all of these things that he's telling you is because he doesn't want you thinking he's left. He hasn't gone nowhere. He is still there. And your mother, he loves her so much. And he says from the day that he held your hand, he knew that you had to be his. I hope you understand that, because he said when he would hold your hand, and I'm talking to your mom, it would get all sweaty and he would just, and you just made him want to make sure to be a better person. So I hope that you know the moment he held your hand, he knew that you had to be his. Woo! I can't believe it. We did it. We're doing it in the 1 hour range. And
Katrina,
what?
I wanted to say something really quick. I saw a comment somebody put in there that said, how is Katrina channeling spirits and putting comments in the chat? She's not putting comments in the chat, guys. We're doing that behind stage. She has no control over that. So she's focused in on this and this only. So I just wanted to put that out there.
I could barely talk to people while I'm channeling. I'm in a whole different world. But that's why my tribe, I could not do this. And here, I tell you girls every time after a show, I cannot do it without you. And here was one of those particular moments. See, I can't. I love that you see how valuable you are to me, and I couldn't. So anytime you hear from someone during the show, those are my beautiful young ladies. They're tribe members. They are Karen, Tiffany, Candy, and wait. I just got her, and Debbie.
Candy's dancing in the back. She's over there.
Here's Candy. We'll bring her up. Here's Karen. And we got, because I'm going to do a show. We're going to do a show. I'm going to ask somebody to come in because we got some great stuff on SLS camera and all those kind of things for that had to do with the Pioneer Saloon. So we want to do a show just on Pioneer Saloon. I'm also going to do a show on just my tribe ladies. I want you to see not just what they do behind the scenes. I want you to see what brought them to it, what started it, what fuels them, and I want you to get to know them just as much as you know me. Brody came out of sabbatical just for a little bit because she was helping me, and I love her so much. There's a yes.
So good to see you, Rody.
Yeah, we miss you.
So Miriam, please, as you know, go on over to her channel. She really is trying to help our children out there, and I just think that is heroic.
There's a question in the chat room. Does Tiffany have a YouTube channel? And she does, and it's called Requiem Paranormal. You'll see she's made comments in the chat here. Requiem Paranormal.
Yes, it is.
Thank you, Rody.
And this video is being put on her channel too, because she's such a sweetie pie. I wanted to just state that our next show is in 2 weeks. Please subscribe, hit the notifications, because we are giving free readings. We are trying to help the world. If you'd like to give a donation to help support the show, you can see that online. And if you would like your very own private reading, I do 15-minute, 30-minute, and 1 hours. Phone, and I also got the video just like this, exactly what you're seeing, but it's recorded in privacy and you get to keep it forever. And that is just a $15 on top of whatever services that I have. And if you use the code that has been flashing for 24 hours, it is 50% off on any of my services. I do ask for it to be paid at the time that you make your appointment, and you're welcome to buy as many as you like. They could be in the future. This is a 24-hour sale. So tomorrow at 5 p.m., it will not be valid. Does any of you ladies have anything that you would like to share?
Next show.
next show.
Yeah.
Let's go. Like, subscribe, and hit that notification button, y'all. Give Katrina some more.
Absolutely.
Like and subscribe, hit the notification bells, and we're going to go out in one of these.
Hi, I'm Karen. I'm a tribe member of Katrina's Forever Friends. Are you a forever friend? Please take a moment to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. That way you'll know when Katrina goes live or posts a video. We're so thankful to have you here. Thanks so much.
Thank you, guys. You have a blessed day and enjoy the rest of your Sunday.
Love you.
See you later. It's over,
Bye-bye.
guys. Are you a forever friend? Come on. We'd love for you to be one. Bye.